Discover the 6 plant-based proteins that eliminate arthritis. Pain. Reduce pain and inflammation. Naturally, do you suffer from joint pain that never seems to go away? Have you ever tried medications that promise relief but only bring side effects? What if I told you that the solution to your arthritis might be hidden on your grocery store shelf? Millions of people around the world suffer daily from the pain and inflammation caused by arthritis. With every movement, every step, a painful reminder that something is not right. Each morning begins with the stiffness that limits your movements and compromises your independence. Each night ends with the throbbing pain that often robs you of your restful sleep. You may have tried a variety of treatments, from painkillers to physical therapies. Perhaps he consulted specialists, sought alternatives, but pain remains his constant companion. What few know is that certain foods can be more effective than many medications in fighting inflammation. This is not a sensationalist claim, but a fact proven by dozens of recent scientific studies. And we're not talking about expensive drugs or inaccessible treatments that drain your savings. These are not invasive procedures or experimental therapies with uncertain outcomes. We're talking about simple plant-based proteins that you can incorporate into your daily meals. Natural foods packed with anti-inflammatory properties that work quietly to reduce your pain. Affordable products that will transform your arthritis experience without emptying your wallet. Solutions you can implement today without a prescription or special equipment. Let's get started. What causes inflammation in arthritis? Inflammation in arthritis is not only a bothersome symptom, but the main mechanism that generates its intense pain. This destructive process begins long before the first noticeable signs of joint discomfort. When your immune system goes out of balance, it starts attacking your own joints as if they were invaders. Defense cells mistake healthy tissues for threats, triggering a mistaken inflammatory response. This misguided attack triggers an inflammatory cascade that slowly destroys the protective cartilage of the joints. Day after day, this silent war continues inside your body, compromising the integrity of the joint structures. Inflammatory chemicals like cytokines and prostaglandins flood the synovial fluid, causing swelling and pain. These signaling molecules amplify the inflammatory process, creating a vicious cycle of destruction and constant discomfort. Several factors can trigger this destructive process, including genetic predisposition and oxidative stress. Previous trauma, being overweight, and even certain infections can be the initial trigger of this inflammatory cascade. But what many doctors don't reveal is that your daily diet may be the main trigger of this chronic inflammation. Recent studies demonstrate a direct correlation between certain dietary patterns and intensification of arthritis symptoms. Certain foods, especially red meat, dairy, and processed foods, silently promote inflammation. Refined sugars, trans fats, and artificial additives directly feed the inflammatory pathways in your body. On the other hand, specific plant proteins contain bioactive compounds that actively fight inflammation. That's the key that can completely transform your arthritis experience, replacing inflammation with healing through food. Strategic change in protein source can be the difference between living with pain or regaining your mobility. Research shows that anti-inflammatory plant proteins can reduce markers of inflammation by up to 70%. This means less pain, less bloating, and more freedom to live your life fully. Is it possible to reverse the damage caused by arthritis? The question that everyone with arthritis silently asks, can I get my damaged joints back? This issue haunts millions of people who face increasing limitations and progressive pain on a daily basis. For years, doctors have claimed that joint damage is irreversible, but new findings challenge that limiting belief. The traditional medical paradigm considered cartilaginous degradation as a one-way street, with no possibility of return. The latest science reveals that the body has amazing regenerative capacity when it receives the right nutrients. Researchers have found that stem cells present in joints can be activated to repair damaged tissues. Articular cartilage, although it has limited capacity for self-regeneration, can benefit from specific nutrients. Certain bioactive compounds present in plant proteins stimulate chondrocytes, cells responsible for the production of new cartilage. When you eliminate chronic inflammation, your body is finally able to direct energy to repair damaged joint tissues. This redirection of metabolic resources allows natural regenerative processes to take place in the damaged areas. Studies with patients who adopted diets based on specific plant proteins demonstrated significant improvements. Imaging tests revealed an increase in cartilage thickness in joints previously compromised by the disease. In some surveys, up to 40% of participants showed partial cartilage regeneration after 6 months. Biopsies of cartilaginous tissue showed higher cell density and better organization of the extracellular matrix. These plant proteins contain collagen precursors, essential minerals, and phytochemicals that work to rebuild your joints. The combination of these nutrients creates the ideal biochemical environment for tissue regeneration and control of destructive inflammation. We're not just talking about managing symptoms, but about actually transforming the structural health of your joints. Imagine regaining the mobility you had years ago by doing activities that seemed permanently lost. What are the consequences of ignoring natural arthritis treatment? Neglecting the power of plant-based proteins in treating arthritis can lead to devastating consequences for your quality of life. The impact of this decision goes far beyond physical discomfort, affecting all dimensions of your well-being. The natural progression of arthritis not treated properly results in increasingly deformed and painful joints. The degenerative process continues relentlessly, compromising adjacent structures such as tendons, ligaments, and even bones. Simple activities such as opening a door, holding a glass, or walking can become almost insurmountable challenges. Everyday tasks that you used to perform automatically now require conscious effort and often cause significant pain. Long-term use of conventional anti-inflammatory drugs carries serious risks to your stomach, liver, and kidneys. Gastrointestinal bleeding, peptic ulcers, and kidney failure are well-documented complications of these medications. Many patients develop serious side effects after years of chemical dependence on these synthetic drugs. Drug tolerance also arises, requiring progressively higher doses to obtain the same analgesic effect. Chronic pain not treated naturally also triggers a vicious cycle of emotional problems like anxiety and depression. The constant discomfort alters your brain biochemistry, affecting neurotransmitters related to mood and emotional well-being. Without adequate mobility, muscle mass begins to decrease, creating even more overload on already compromised joints. This sarcopenia secondary to inactivity accelerates the degenerative process, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break. Social isolation becomes a reality when pain limits your participation in activities with friends and family. Gradually, you can move away from hobbies, social gatherings, and meaningful moments due to physical limitations. Relying on caregivers for basic day-to-day tasks can profoundly affect your self-esteem and independence. Loss of autonomy represents a profound psychological impact, often underestimated in conventional arthritis treatment. Meanwhile, the natural, effective, and affordable solution may be within reach on your next trip to the supermarket. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Progressive suffering or natural transformation through conscious food choices. 1. Chickpeas, the hidden gem that fights inflammation in just 7 days. If you haven't included chickpeas in your diet for arthritis, you're missing out on a real nutritional treasure. This small vegetable, modest in appearance, hides an impressive arsenal of potent anti-inflammatory compounds. This small vegetable, which many know only as an ingredient in hummus, hides incredible potential for relieving joint pain. Ancient civilizations already recognized its medicinal benefits long before modern science confirmed its therapeutic properties. Rich in complete proteins, chickpeas become an ideal choice for those looking to reduce inflammation by avoiding animal proteins. With approximately 9 grams of protein per serving, it meets nutritional needs without triggering inflammatory processes. Protein is essential for repairing tissues and building muscle, especially important for maintaining joint integrity. Without adequate protein, the body cannot synthesize collagen and other structural proteins necessary for healthy cartilage. But what makes chickpeas truly special for arthritis sufferers are the polyphenols. These bioactive compounds belong to a class of substances with an impressive ability to neutralize inflammatory processes. These potent antioxidants fight inflammation by neutralizing free radicals that cause oxidative stress. Scientists have identified more than 30 different polyphenolic compounds in chickpeas, each contributing to their therapeutic effects. For people with arthritis, this oxidative stress can significantly worsen inflammation and intensify joint pain. The imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants accelerates cartilage degradation and intensifies the inflammatory response. By consuming chickpeas regularly, you create a natural shield against this inflammatory damage. This protective shield works 24 hours a day, neutralizing inflammatory molecules before they cause significant damage. Another surprising benefit of chickpeas is their richness in vitamin C, a vital nutrient for joint health. Many are unaware that this vegetable provides approximately 15% of the daily requirements of this crucial vitamin. Vitamin C is critical for the production of collagen in the body, which keeps your cartilages functioning properly. It participates as an essential cofactor in the enzymatic reactions responsible for the synthesis of type 2 collagen, predominant in articular cartilage. The magnesium present in chickpeas also plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation. This mineral, often deficient in arthritis patients, participates in more than 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. This mineral helps relax muscles and nerves, reducing the feeling of stiffness and pain that accompanies arthritis. Studies show that adequate levels of magnesium decrease the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines in synovial tissue. And we can't fail to mention the abundant fiber in chickpeas, which regulates blood sugar levels. A single serving provides approximately 6 grams of fiber, contributing significantly to your daily needs. When your blood sugar skyrockets, it can contribute to inflammation in the body, significantly worsening arthritis pain. The soluble fiber in chickpeas slows down carbohydrate absorption, preventing glycemic spikes that trigger inflammatory cascades. Incorporate chickpeas into creamy hummus, baked as a crunchy snack, or added to salads and soups. Also, try chickpea curry with turmeric and ginger to boost its anti-inflammatory effects synergistically. For maximum convenience, cook large quantities and freeze in individual portions for quick weeknight use. You'll be amazed at the difference you'll feel in just 1 week of regular consumption of this nutritious little wonder. 2. Quinoa, the ancient grain that revolutionizes the health of your joints. While many seek complex solutions to arthritis, an ancient grain from the Andes may be your simplest and most powerful answer. Considered a sacred food by the Incas, this super grain has survived millennia to reach your table with intact medicinal properties. Quinoa, considered sacred by the Incas, contains an extraordinary nutritional profile that directly attacks joint inflammation. Its scientific name, Chenopodium quinoa, identifies a plant that is not technically a grain, but a seed with superior properties. This little grain, technically a seed, offers complete protein, with all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. The amino acid profile of quinoa is remarkably similar to animal proteins, but without triggering inflammatory processes associated with meat. Rich in quercetin and camphorol, 2 potent flavonoids, this superfood effectively neutralizes inflammatory cytokines. Laboratory studies demonstrate that these compounds specifically inhibit NF-κB and COX-2 pathways, which are crucial in the pathogenesis of arthritis. Quinoa contains more magnesium than any other common grain, an essential nutrient that relaxes tense muscles around the joints. A single serving provides approximately 30% of the daily requirements of this critical mineral for joint health. People with arthritis often have reduced magnesium levels, which significantly intensifies their pain and stiffness. Deficiency of this mineral is directly correlated with greater pain intensity and worse joint function. Another differential of quinoa is its low glycemic index, which is essential for controlling inflammation associated with insulin peaks. Unlike refined grains that quickly raise blood glucose, quinoa promotes joint-friendly metabolic stability. Recent studies have found that quinoa contains bioactive peptides with properties similar to anti-inflammatory drugs. These small protein fragments specifically interfere with the production of inflammatory leukotrienes and prostaglandins. These natural peptides inhibit specific enzymes that promote inflammation, but without the side effects of conventional medications. Regular consumption of quinoa also strengthens the gut microbiome, an often overlooked factor in arthritis treatment. The prebiotic fibers in quinoa feed beneficial bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids with anti-inflammatory properties. Replace rice with quinoa at any meal, add it to soups, salads, or prepare it as a base for nutritious bowls. For an anti-inflammatory breakfast, cook quinoa with plant-based milk, cinnamon, and add antioxidant-rich berries. Quinoa is truly the perfect food for your joints, simultaneously promoting regeneration and pain relief. 3. Lentils, the secret weapon against pain, that costs less than 5 reais. If you still don't consider lentils as part of your arthritis arsenal, you're ignoring one of the most powerful and affordable natural remedies. This humble vegetable, used medicinally for millennia, combines therapeutic potency with unparalleled affordability. These little legumes, available for less than $5 a pack, contain an impressive spectrum of anti-inflammatory compounds. A single pack can provide enough protein for multiple meals, making them one of the most cost-effective sources of anti-inflammatory nutrition available. Lentils offer a unique combination of plant proteins without triggering inflammation caused by animal proteins. With approximately 18 grams of protein per cooked serving, they meet nutritional needs without overloading sensitized joints. The true power of lentils against arthritis lies in their exceptional concentration of magnesium, a mineral often deficient in patients. Studies have shown a direct correlation between low serum magnesium levels and greater symptom severity in multiple forms of arthritis. The magnesium present in lentils acts as a natural relaxant for tense muscles that surround inflamed joints. This relaxing effect reduces mechanical compression on sensitized joint structures, significantly reducing pain intensity. This essential mineral also participates in more than 300 enzymatic reactions involved in repairing tissues damaged by arthritis. Recent research reveals that magnesium directly modulates gene expression related to the protein synthesis of the cartilaginous matrix. Another crucial nutrient found in lentils is potassium, a mineral that balances sodium levels in the body. The proper balance between sodium and potassium regulates osmotic pressure in tissues, which is essential to control localized inflammation. When there is an imbalance between sodium and potassium, water retention and inflammation occur, considerably aggravating the symptoms of arthritis. Joint swelling, a common symptom in periods of crisis, decreases significantly when potassium levels are optimized. An often overlooked benefit of lentils is their extraordinary richness in folate, an essential vitamin for reducing chronic inflammation. Folate, or vitamin B9, controls levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that in excess contributes to inflammatory processes. Clinical studies associate elevated homocysteine levels with greater disease progression in patients with arthritis. The abundant fiber in lentils deserves to be highlighted for its role in regulating blood sugar levels. Prepare nutritious soups, protein salads, or use lentils as a base for flavor-rich vegetable burgers. Imagine significantly reducing your joint pain with a food that costs less than a coffee at the bakery. 4. Almonds, the daily miracle that transforms your mobility. In record time, a small daily handful of almonds may be the differential your aching joints have been waiting for. This simple habit, easily incorporated into your routine, can catalyze surprising transformations in joint health. These powerful nuts contain a unique combination of nutrients specifically effective against joint inflammation. The nutritional profile of almonds appears to have been specially designed to combat the molecular mechanisms of arthritis. The protein profile of almonds offers essential amino acids that your body uses to repair cartilage damaged by arthritis. Each handful provides approximately 6 grams of complete protein that serves as the building block for tissue regeneration. The real secret of almonds in fighting arthritis lies in their extraordinary content of anti-inflammatory fats. The lipid profile of almonds is dominated by monounsaturated fatty acids, which are especially beneficial for joint health. Rich in monounsaturated fatty acids and omega-9s, these small nutritive powerhouses effectively neutralize inflammatory mediators. Research shows that these healthy fatty acids reduce the production of pro-inflammatory eicosanoids in synovial tissue. Clinical studies show that people consuming just 23 almonds daily reduced inflammatory markers by up to 30%. Blood tests revealed a significant decrease in C-reactive protein and inflammatory interleukins after just 8 weeks. Another powerful component of almonds is vitamin E, an antioxidant that actively protects the cell membranes of the joints. This fat-soluble nutrient embeds itself directly into cell membranes, protecting them against oxidative damage associated with chronic inflammation. The form of vitamin E present in almonds, alpha-tocopherol, has shown particular efficacy against the damage associated with arthritis. Laboratory studies reveal that alpha-tocopherol specifically inhibits enzymes that degrade cartilage in inflammatory environments. Almonds also contain magnesium in impressive concentrations, a mineral often deficient in people with arthritis. A single serving provides approximately 20% of the daily requirements of this crucial mineral for joint health. A lesser-known benefit of almonds is their richness in bioavailable calcium, which is essential for maintaining bone integrity. Many are unaware that almonds contain more bioavailable calcium than many traditionally recommended dairy products. Regular consumption of almonds creates a cumulative effect, establishing a biochemical environment unfavorable to chronic inflammation. This gradual change in physiological conditions allows natural regenerative processes to finally overcome degenerative processes. Consume a small handful as a snack between meals, add sliced almonds to salads, or prepare homemade almond milk. To maximize benefits, always choose raw unsalted almonds, preserving all of their heat-sensitive nutrients. 5. Tofu, the Japanese formula that silences pain without side effects. Among all the beneficial plant proteins for arthritis, tofu represents a complete solution that traditional medicine often ignores. Used for more than 2,000 years in Eastern medicine, tofu has only recently gained Western scientific recognition. This ancient food, originating in Asian cuisine, offers a nutritional profile that is specifically effective against inflammation and joint pain. Its balanced nutritional composition, provides practically all the nutrients necessary for recovery and protection of the joints. Made from fermented soybeans, tofu contains complete proteins with all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. A medium serving offers approximately 20 grams of protein that is easily digestible and completely free of inflammatory components. Tofu's true anti-inflammatory power lies in its extraordinary concentration of soy isoflavones. These bioactive molecules belong to the family of phytoestrogens, plant compounds with remarkable anti-inflammatory properties. These isoflavones, especially genistein and diazyine, have a chemical structure similar to estrogen, with potent anti-inflammatory effects. Laboratory studies show that these molecules specifically modulate inflammatory pathways involved in the pathogenesis of arthritis. Scientific research shows that soy isoflavones effectively inhibit specific enzymes responsible for cartilaginous breakdown. Unlike synthetic drugs, these isoflavones selectively affect only harmful enzymes, preserving normal physiological processes. An often overlooked benefit of tofu is its impressive richness in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. Many are unaware that soy contains significant amounts of these essential fatty acids that are fundamental for joint health. Tofu is also an extraordinary source of selenium, a mineral with powerful antioxidant properties, especially beneficial for inflamed joints. This trace element is a crucial component of antioxidant enzymes that protect joint tissues from oxidative damage. Another powerful component of tofu is its rich concentration of B vitamins, which are key to controlling inflammation. You can grill, bake, or sauté tofu with your favorite vegetables and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger. For starters, firm tofu is more versatile and easier to prepare, while silken is ideal for smoothies. The transformation your joints will experience with regular consumption of this age-old superfood will be truly astounding. 6. Chia seeds, the tiny superhero that will defeat your arthritis forever. Small in size but giant in nutritional power, chia seeds represent a revolution in the natural treatment of arthritis. These tiny seeds, virtually unknown until recently, are redefining therapeutic possibilities for chronic inflammatory diseases. This superfood, consumed by Aztec warriors for energy and endurance, contains impressive concentration of anti-inflammatory nutrients. Pre-Columbian civilizations used these seeds medicinally to treat multiple conditions, including joint inflammation. The real secret of chia seeds against arthritis lies in their exceptional omega-3 fatty acid content. These tiny seeds contain the highest known concentration of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a precursor to anti-inflammatory compounds. A single tablespoon provides more omega-3s than a serving of salmon, without the risks of contaminants. This same amount provides 5 grams of omega-3s, significantly surpassing the amount found in most commercial supplements. Omega-3 fatty acids are potent natural inhibitors of inflammation by blocking metabolic pathways that produce inflammatory compounds. These bioactive lipids specifically interfere with the production of pro-inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes in the affected joints. Clinical studies reveal that patients consuming just 1 tablespoon of chia daily reduced their inflammatory markers by up to 40%. Blood tests showed a significant decrease in C-reactive protein and tumor necrosis factor alpha after only 4 weeks. Another extraordinary component of chia seeds is their impressive concentration of antioxidants, especially quercetin and camphorol. These flavonoids have proven ability to neutralize free radicals and inhibit enzymes involved in cartilaginous degradation. Chia also contains magnesium in impressive concentrations, a mineral directly involved in the relief of joint pain. Another differential of chia is its extraordinary protein content, offering approximately 6 grams of complete protein per tablespoon. The abundant soluble fiber in chia forms a gel when in contact with liquids, a property that offers additional benefits. This unique gel increases up to 10 times its original volume, creating a viscous matrix that slows down carbohydrate absorption and stabilizes sugar levels. This gel prolongs the feeling of satiety, facilitating weight control, a crucial factor in reducing overload on the joints. Studies show that each kilogram of body weight exerts pressure equivalent to 4 kilograms on knees and other joints. Add a tablespoon to your morning yogurt, smoothies, salads, or use as an egg substitute in vegan recipes. For a powerful anti-inflammatory pudding, mix 2 tablespoons of chia with plant-based milk and add cinnamon and turmeric. These tiny seeds will work quietly in your body, fighting inflammation and rebuilding your joints day after day. Summary: the complete strategy for living pain-free, using only what nature offers. We've reached the crux of this journey, turning knowledge into effective action to free you from the pain of arthritis. The plan we developed is not only theoretically grounded, but practically implementable in any kitchen with any budget. The 6 plant proteins we've explored form a complete arsenal against inflammation when consumed regularly. Each of these superfoods attacks arthritis by different mechanisms, creating a synergistic effect that is impossible to achieve with any single food. Chickpeas provide complete proteins and polyphenols that neutralize free radicals that damage your joints on a daily basis. Add it to salads, soups, or turn it into creamy hummus to easily incorporate it into your anti-inflammatory eating routine. Quinoa, with its impressive concentration of magnesium and flavonoids, relaxes tense muscles and blocks specific inflammatory pathways. Replace other grains with quinoa in your meals to get complete protein and anti-inflammatory nutrients in every mouthful. Lentils, accessible to any budget, offer folate and potassium by controlling homocysteine and balancing fluids in the joints. Their simple preparation and culinary versatility make lentils one of the most convenient options for regular anti-inflammatory consumption. Almonds, with their unique profile of healthy fats and vitamin E, protect cell membranes and participate in cartilaginous regeneration. Consume them as a convenient snack between meals to maintain steady levels of anti-inflammatory nutrients in your bloodstream. Tofu, through its unique isoflavones, inhibits specific enzymes responsible for the breakdown of cartilage in the joints. Its culinary versatility allows it to be incorporated into various preparations, satisfying different taste and texture preferences. Chia seeds, with their incredible concentration of omega-3s, transform your body's biochemical environment to an anti-inflammatory state. Add them to virtually any food to enhance their anti-inflammatory effects without significantly altering flavor or texture. True transformation happens when you incorporate all of these foods into a consistent and sustainable eating plan. These are not temporary drastic changes, but small permanent adjustments that accumulate exponential benefits over time. Start by including at least one of these plant-based proteins at each main meal, creating a continuous anti-inflammatory effect. This approach ensures a constant supply of therapeutic nutrients, which is essential to reverse chronic inflammatory processes in the joints. Pair them with colorful vegetables rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. This strategic combination enhances benefits through nutritional synergies scientifically proven in clinical studies. Simultaneously, avoid foods that promote inflammation, red meats, dairy, refined sugars, and processed flours. This two-pronged approach, increasing natural anti-inflammatories and eliminating pro-inflammatories, maximizes therapeutic outcomes. Studies show that patients following this protocol experience significant reductions in pain in just 2 to 3 weeks. The speed of the initial results serves as a powerful motivation for maintaining dietary changes in the long term. Remember that consistency is more important than perfection. Small daily changes add up to extraordinary transformations. The journey to healthy joints is a marathon, not a sprint. Every positive food choice represents a step forward. Transform your life. Starting today, the power is on your plate. Imagine waking up and realizing that the pain of arthritis has disappeared, allowing you to return to living with freedom and pleasure. Simple activities, such as walking or playing with grandchildren, become possible again. This is not an empty promise, but a reality achievable through anti-inflammatory nutrition. Thousands have already transformed their lives by applying these principles, and you too can choose that path today. Before you is the decision between continuing to be dependent on medications that only mask symptoms, or adopting a natural approach that promotes joint regeneration. Small daily choices, especially at mealtimes, can define your quality of life. The human body has an incredible ability to regenerate itself when it receives the right nutrients. 6 plant-based proteins, such as chickpeas, chia, and almonds, work as true natural remedies, helping to reduce inflammation and restore mobility. Pain tries to convince you that the limitations are permanent, but science proves otherwise. It is possible to regain joint function in a sustainable way. Nature offers effective solutions, and it all starts with the decision to include these foods in your diet. You deserve to live without constant pain, with the freedom to enjoy life. The power to transform your reality lies in what you choose to put on your plate. The journey to freedom from pain begins now, with your next meal.